conversation.
Okay, so you guys should be able to get to this video. We'll post the full videos on YouTube, but we're just gonna kind of zoom in on different sections of the boat to look at the. This is the starts for the left side before I hopped off the boat. Okay, so I'm gonna kind of just focus in on different areas here.
Now we see every mistake you make.
Oh, it's Michael.
Yeah, so he's here.
Oh, Michael's Michael's here?
Michael.
Oh, okay.
I
Okay,
think
redo.
Okay, so the entries here is pretty clean on the timing box. We just have a slightly different recovery style with bench 2 and 3 and 1. It's not a major issue, but
as long as we get in together, right?
yeah. Okay, so we're gonna keep going. I think this all looks pretty good on entry there.
Good.
The release looks pretty sharp together as well.
The timeline is terrible, man. That fucking farmer's town.
So Yoon looks like he might release just a split second earlier here. If you look, top hand dropping in to the boat right there versus in the front. So you guys can see top hand dropping in just a little bit earlier. These are the quick strokes, so
Right side looks on point until Irina breaks
yeah.
it.
I think the other thing, so if you look at Yoon's catch right now, so even into these quick strokes, well, I guess Ariane is a little bit late on that particular stroke. But I was talking to you guys about even on the fast strokes, you want to get a little bit positive, right? Because you can hold a little bit more pressure. If you look at the way Yoon is entering right now, when he goes in, like I would say he's starting his pull a little bit early, because by the time he gets his blade fully buried, like around here, it's a little bit more just straight up versus getting it. If he were buried maybe at this angle, he would hold a little bit more pressure. I would say that a little bit for you too, Logan, on these strokes here.
Stop right there.
So if you look at, I don't know if I can zoom in anymore. The top of your blade is probably like right here, just below your hand. So if we look at where that blade gets in, fully buried, it's going to end up being maybe fully buried like here, based on where your hand position is. Lawrence, if we're watching this, let me just back up the video a little bit. So if we're watching this right now, I would say the only thing I would try to adjust a little bit when you're doing those quick strokes, you're that last little bit of catch, you're kind of slamming your body down.
Okay.
Just a little bit.
More in the core.
Yeah. So if you look at Yoon and Patrick behind you, they're holding that core steady and stable, and they're just using all of that twist around there. So don't overcompensate on that weight down. That last little bit there.
Yeah, because by that time the boat has already accelerated.
Yeah, the boat's already up at speed. I mean, all you really need is when you go forward, you're still going to get a little bit of weight on. So I'd like Patrick and Yoon have a good solid stance there. Okay. So this kind of So even, I would say like even on this, Karen has a pretty good catch angle, even when we're going fast strokes. You can see Mui, you also pull back a little bit early when we're going on those fast strokes. So ideally, you guys still want to plant with a very slightly positive angle to hold a little bit more pressure. Yeah, so Lawrence, you have a good angle there too. It's just that body weight control. Let's see. So Casey, I know Casey is not here, but Casey, if you take a look at her quick stroke technique, she's got to work a little bit more on planting and derotating once you get that plant. She's kind of, you can see her body motion lags a little bit, so she gets planted here, and her body's not moving at all until she's kind of just moving her arms. See, all through here, there's no core movement, and all of that needs to be bam, right, with unwinding. So her core's pretty stationary all through here, so it's all kind of just arm driven, top arm driving down. And then for quick strokes, you shouldn't actually have time to sit up that much. So she's at the back end. So she's sitting up a bit. So if you look at like Logan, he's staying up front
Stop.
throughout, right?
God damn it, Logan! Stop making us look so bad.
Yeah. Yeah, I think a simple adjustment, Logan, if you want to get a little bit more positive blading, was if you just move that lower hand up like an inch or two on the paddle
I
shaft.
definitely do it. We used to do it that way.
Oh, okay.
Fred's like been
Oh.
saying, like, forget about positive blading.
Oh. Gotta cover the mic.
Red doesn't like choking low.
True. But he also doesn't care about positive blading.
Yeah, so I mean, like, I think the concept of being aggressive and getting bam into the water is probably more important, but once you get that concept down, like, if you want to find more pressure, then fidget around a little bit with the blade angle. Because I felt a huge difference today between when I talked to you guys about that first stroke being slightly positive versus vertical. There was a big, huge difference on that first stroke jump. Okay.
Oh my god.
Well, everyone has shoulders, whether or not we see, like...
It's the sun. It's the lighting.
I mean, if you want to compare
You're
between, like, Logan and...
I know. Thanks, Logan, for making me look so bad.
Okay.